Hi everybody, how you doing today? And say hi, I'm Haley again, and here we go again. And today we are going over the last time I gone over the old ones from the channel, the first channel. Unlike that channel where I have to mention the updates, these I don't have to consider. I didn't end up losing anything. So now let's go over every OC I have, and I'll let you know if they are continued or they are, done. This is the reverse Haley. You're wondering how exactly? Well, let's just say I think it was updated at some point. But yeah, this was the first character I got rid of, and from the first channel, the ones that are remain are not very many. There's where the original Haley came from. Yes, it looked like someone's going like good meat. I know. But this one's basically the original. And by the way, there are going to be most of the Haleys that you're going to see are rather female, even if I have a female version. That's because a lot of people would just assume in real life I am just only male. Because of just due to like I was born with, and a lot of people just assume I'm lying about myself. One of those things. But you can't be really sure, you know. Now, this is what originally Mango was going to look like. Yes, Mango, of all things. Mango was originally going to look like this. But unfortunately, that old Gotcha Club was like, nope, we're not going to let you keep that look. Same with, yeah, I think it was like that Darren didn't keep Foxy's original look. If you look at it, you can see why. Was he about to make it more like it was a he, not a she? But I felt like keeping it in the female is like a lot better, a little bit, as no one seemed to complain about it, that kind of stuff. Like, no one said like, "Did you just make Foxy a female? How dare you?" No one once did that. I mean, complained about it. So I assume everyone's alright with it. Here's Demon Haley, the one that came from the old. This was not updated for quite some time, but it eventually did get updated, but it took about quite a while for it to finally update. Now let's go over some of the characters that are on here. So let's start with Pony Haley. He's there's one of the few male versions, so in case you hear me say he, it's lets you know that it's gender a little bit. He is just one of those like fanboys that a lot of people would expect to be weird, but in reality is just something else. It's more of those like more chill characters I have. I didn't make any like characters I truly hated yet. If I end up one of the characters named Damon Haley, so the new Haley, probably my most bland character I ever made, because she wasn't originally gonna be anything. I don't think she was just gonna. I think I'll eventually get rid of her at some point in March. I just don't see any potential to keep her around. I did eventually get rid of this one, which is actually the original name was Cute Haley. I replaced it with. Oh yeah, I think I replaced it with the one my most hated character I made. In my opinion, the most hated. Anyways, and here's Female Haley 2.0. The original Female Haley was around with mostly just male versions in at the time, but eventually, yeah, I figured to make a 2.0 because that would be much easier to let you know I had moved on from old stuff, where I can move on. I didn't really, and this is one of those characters that I really, truly don't like. only had like this was the only short. Luckily, the only short I have to like show it. It's a side character that only showed up one time. Normally, some characters are like either like likable for like entertainment purposes, or likable because of the personality. This one was one of those that you like. Oh, thank God you did not bring it back. Because to be honest, it was teen version of myself. The first teen character I ever made. Yes, the first teen I ever made. Yeah, and the reason why I said it's one of the most unlikable characters I ever made is because the story it had. And it would have caused a lot of controversies if I kept it around, so it's kind of why I had to get rid of it. This is the shadow version of the original Alien. The sideline didn't last long, but only just like one or twice. There's the original Haley 2.0. Original Haley 2.0. I'm not sure if I still have her or not, but not likely. It's just there's just usually like more characters I can get rid of. This is the furry mermaid Haley. Yes, mermaid, not merman, mermaid. And she's just one of those more like edgy but more likable characters I made. And I know it's. And here's the update I went with now from Angle, which is kind of better than what originally planned, to be honest. It brings more cuteness and more of the great personality, something like that. To add something to character is Sombra. Yes. And it was probably one of the weirdest names I ever picked. As it was based on Overwatch, but then I realized it made itself. Man. I realized that this one and their character works together. Let's talk about my first unknown character I ever made. Original was about to give her the name of Rebecca. Rebecca. Is still like with how like dark she is sometimes. Well, not skin tone dark, just more personality wise. But I kind of like stick with the unknown name because, well, I don't think it's fair to like name something that you are not going to plan through. And I think it just going with Crush on Work is just one of the better names I can come up with. This one's just named Shadow. You already know its purposes. It's just there. There's Hawk Haley. Yes, and this one was around for some time. Not been updated yet, or has been changed. At least from what I can tell. Here's the first OC I made of my own. No, it's not a version of me. It's just a name. It's nothing to do with enough, but I felt like putting my own twist into it. But I actually made it my own character a little bit, as it would be weird to like make a third FNAF character in Raw and create it like something. So yeah, this is my own Puppeteer, not puppet, Puppeteer. Their history, honestly, they are very much of the history. Like, who is behind that mask? Who is it? It's not the Shadow. If I can guarantee you the lore about at least this character, who it's not. Yeah, I already gone over that. There's Shadow as a mermaid. There's between Shadow and Shadow Mermaid is Shadow's pronouns were just it's because, well, it's just more of like it's like everyone's Shadow. It doesn't have a gender. It just doesn't have anything. So might as well just go with that. Just not say they, them, or he or she. All of those things. Shadow Mermaid as like just the character original child. I actually felt like it would be easier to give it a pronoun. Unlike the Justice Shadow, Shadow Mermaid actually brings a lot more character. It's more of one of those like hippie characters that you can't get enough of. I was trying to do. Now let's go over the couple of characters that are in here. That's Furry Haley 2.0. The original did not plan out well. Robot Haley. I got breaking news. I know you're thinking that as soon as you saw it turn evil, you think it's going to stay around. In January, you'll see why it's not going to continue anymore. So yeah, the ones that posted that ended up being I updated later were Christmas and stuff. So basically, in January it was like right forwards. 1, 2, 3, the real, you'll see why that is just best for this character to not come back. Eventually. Spirit Haley is just a side character that's only there for like maybe if there's like none of the characters that would fit in being real. I know it sounds controversial, but it's just one of those characters you can't do much with. Just like with the video about back that was talking about DJ Haley, where I can't do much with her. So it's kind of why she isn't there much. There's the other question one. This is actually like a version of me, but I've kept it under this question mark. I was originally naming a different character, but I felt like it's just easier to go with question mark version of me, not like the unknown. And this is just one of my most hated characters I made. I think it's probably my second most hated one. Other than the corrupted Haley, where honestly she is the most hated ever made. As it would make it some more like lewd, you know, that type of stuff. Say this version to me that if it wasn't like fixing, if it didn't learn from his mistakes, there were a lot more consequences that would arrive if I didn't fix it. These, you know, the word from yeah. And there's some shorts I should give you a heads up, like, I feel like I'm not the same person as I was when I was a teen. I have a problem getting this one. And this is the reverse mermaid for Haley. Well, this one's more likable reverses. And other than the fact that this one's supposed to be like lovey-dovey and stuff, where it's romantical and stuff, and more like a normal character, I see her as like a better opportunity to some characters, and I know keeping her around for a bit would work. Here's cute Haley, but as a mermaid. She's alright. You know, she's there every now and then. There's the There's the first time I made the real version of myself, and well, it was only for like certain occasions or when I need to speak up, when I need to talk about something. Otherwise, I won't bring in this one. These two are my old OCs that I had. If you went back in time, yes, they were the old versions. They were mouse at some point. This one's my first one I ever made, and believe it or not, this is my first one. A version of myself. It was back when I only do Instagram and not YouTube. This one was during my right before I went with one of the highest version of myself I ever made. I know you're thinking Ink Original Haley is the sexiest character you ever made. And that's not my sexiest. That was the one with like pink and red hair with looked like a Irish hat, something like that. I wasn't really intending to like make any character sexy, but I just happened to do it. Wasn't trying to. Sorry. You thinking that I totally did? No, I accidentally did make them. So yeah, it was just deja vu moment basically. Right after, I felt like this just gotta go. And this is the more of the Neko version, you know, N-E-K-O, Haven basically. Though it was just named for Rita. Okay. Here's the other character, original Haley. I started using her more often, but at the time I didn't because, well, it was really weird what time I made this character version of myself. There's no silent securities as well, so yeah, there was just a lot more problems than usual. Here's another character that isn't a version of me, but rather just a NMC. This is also a question mark, but I was not even planning on giving a name at all, and luckily went with that, no name. So yeah, the OC would just be named no name, or you know, nada, no name. And you can tell by its presence, it's the most disturbing character I've made. Well, disturbing right now at the time of recording. When you come back to see, when you guys see this video, well, actually, for now, it's just, yeah, this is probably the scariest character I've made. Even though it's not red or anything, but it's probably my creepiest character I've ever made. So yeah, I think I'll post it whenever I'm doing some of that. Now, this is my first OC on a Watch Club. I was originally going to make a version myself there, but I felt like it's just, nah, don't take too much effort. So yeah, this one came the name of Kylie Snowflake. I know some of you think I'm against LGBTQ for saying Snowflake, but no, part of it is just I don't like mentioning LGBTQ very often. And I feel like a lot of people will get along with me more if I don't mention it. I know I should not be keeping things like behind the scenes, but this one's just more of my playing characters. It was the backstory was actually something that isn't planned, but the character right now itself, until I get the backstory in there and have time for it or think about it even, I don't think I'll give it a backstory anytime soon. And I also am going to mention that Ty and Raspberry Mocha Ty and Kylie Snowflake are actually siblings. So it's kind of why eventually you'll see the reel where it's like it's actually took it too far. So, in case you're wondering why is it like I put in the like text of Kylie Snowflake saying the words, "Oh hell nah, no, we're not," you know what I mean? It's just really terrible to me. It's really weird, and you know, it's like straight up weird. Shipping siblings, you know, let alone family members. Here's the updated version of Robot Haley. The only time I'll mention it is to even Robot Haley. But later on, this probably be my most unlikable character I've ever made. Not most hated, but the least liked I've ever made. No technically plus in December, but man, it's gonna be a lot. There's Anna. Well, I forgot her last name, but that's Anna. It's not a version of myself. It's just I was meant like brought up only as in like a Naruto's Ratos theme originally, but I think I might eventually start using it more because I think she'll fit in a lot more themes in the future. It's just right now the linger is just anything I could do with her. This was a side character that showed up one time. Shadow Puppeteer. Or Shadow the Puppeteer. It's just they are. Well, there's a Shadow. It's just not that great of a character. And it didn't stay very long either. Here's Raspberry Mochatai. They are one of my FGQ characters I ever made. Probably my most like interesting one ever made because I don't know if you're expecting this to be a stereotype where it's trying to go based on it's like, hey, son, be gay, go right ahead, do it, force it to. I know some people think I'm gonna like force characters into LGQ. I'm actually gonna mention that I'm not doing that. I'm just only giving info whenever it's necessary, and in case there's anything I need to clear out of the way, I'll do that later on. Kai is probably one of my most likable characters I've ever made, in my opinion, because well, they're interesting and they can relate to like some people where sometimes you can't help but to smile and feel like a child again at times. It's one of those like related things where you just can't control your happiness and even you can't control your laughter. You know, people tell you gotta control it. It's one of those OCs that you can actually relate to a lot. It's just I don't usually put characters that are relatable to each other like this. However, I'll mention a little bit lore when I get to a specific character. So, yes, you think I'm going to talk about defaults, right? No, that'll be too much to be honest, because I am not going to keep recording forever, and that'll take way too long. Now, penning. It was originally going to be like a revamped version of DJ Haley, but it sounded bad. It sounded really weird, so it was originally just Haley, but I eventually turned it. It's probably one of the few times where I turned it from like version myself into a character of its own. I think when I did that, and not just Penny. Penny is just more of those like one of those like kids that was raised that went through a lot, but however was able to like deal with it somehow, and it doesn't usually speak. It's probably my most like quiet character I ever made as well, so it's kind of white in the reel that you'll eventually see the reel of just rather this unlikable character is talking instead of this one when it gets there. That's this is my second anti-hero who is unknown. Well, third. Consider the first one was all the way back. The second one's all the way back. I know you're wondering eventually that why did they just say the title's like an anti-hero is stopped by a different anti-hero? That's because it's people who depends taking their experience and how they run with it. The version of itself took things the wrong way. This OC was only like reacting to like a trauma. I don't usually make characters that have some to do with trauma, but I felt like making one at some point because I think it would just be easier if I do that. And I have problems with my own as well, but I'm not gonna talk about myself that much right now. This is just this is the final character we're going to. This is actually Ink Bailey. I know you're wondering, what do you mean by that? It's the character's name. It's a female as well, and she is one of those that you could root for if it was like a competition, but this person is just more of like one of those that is often going outside and do stuff. It's like workout, that kind of stuff. The reason why this character is unique, it's not because of those. It's in fact this character is literally an ex-girlfriend of one of my OCs, which is Ty. They didn't break up in the bad terms. They did break up in good terms. It was just what Bailey did that kind of broke them up. So it's gonna take Bailey a while to like get used to like the fact that her and them are not dating anymore. It's one of those characters. It's one of those dynamics where they were dating, but something happened that caused them to break up. I broke up with someone I used to be in love with. It was just a bad time, when they get in a relationship. So yeah, it's one of those as well. So yeah. I mean, not all relationships have to end on bad terms, but it depends on the situation. Like, if you're not abused or anything, don't go on bad terms, because that'll ruin your life. Because who knows if you're actually messing with the wrong person on your side. Me and one of my exes got along well too, but I'm not going to talk about them right now. This is not their channel to be talking about my love life or anything specific. So, anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed, the video. Sorry to repeat that, just my brain's going AWOL right now. Anyways, hopefully you guys have a great day, okay? See ya. Bye.